How you going,
filling the
guys?
seats.
Do I know you?
We're waiting for the seats to fill up. It's going to be
Come on in,
It's
everyone.
going to be a long half an... I'm losing my voice too. It's going to be a long half an hour.
Oh, who's them blokes?
Oh, yeah. So I just do need to explain about the video footage that you are seeing right here. I put that together last night.
That's too many hamburgers. That's a big belly. Did you see that?
So I only brought one hard drive with me and that's all that was on it. So apologies. But that's kind of the last 2.5 years smashed up into about 6 minutes.
Yep.
So we'll just start with an intro. There we've got people coming in now. I feel like we can officially start.
Hurry up, you're late. Come on, sit down.
We can officially start this show. There's a few more coming on in. So I am Miriam. You are?
I'm Christopher.
He's also known as Chris, mate.
Chris, mate.
Yes. Thanks to a brief stint on What's Up Down,
Down Under.
Don't know if any of you saw that. It was a bit of fun.
Yeah, thumbs up.
So I figured that my voice would be completely gone by the time I was up here, but it's still here, so I'll talk a bit, and when it disappears, Chris can take over.
Deal.
I can just ask him questions. How long have we been camping together for?
We've got to be careful here because it's when we met, isn't it?
Yes. It's
14 years.
There you go.
14 years.
So we've been camping together for 14
Thank
years.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How long have we been caravanning together?
Ooh. 6 years? 7 years? 6-ish years?
2016 was
There
when
you go. Okay.
Yes. And how long have we been travelling full time? As in no house, nothing in storage, gave it all up, hit the road full time. How
Over
long?
2.5 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2.5 years.
And a lot more to go, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to New Zealand too. We're going to meet these guys.
Yeah, we might come over to New Zealand. Woo! So obviously we're at the show this year representing Titanium Caravans and GMSV. So we are kind of known for having big stuff. So we are the teeny tiny people.
We're the 4-footers,
Yeah,
apparently.
apparently we've got a bit of a name behind the scenes that no one tells us about. It's the 4-footers. And that's because we're tiny people and we need steps to climb into our truck.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Very funny. Very funny. So I don't know. I guess we could probably start at the beginning. How did we get into the caravanning lifestyle? I'm not going to talk about camping because we both grew up camping, so we always did that before we were together. We camped in tents, rooftop tents. Chris built a camper trailer in the backyard of our tiny little unit.
Professional.
Homemade camper trailer.
Yep.
So we had to flip it on the side and take it out the side gate. And then we had to finish, he had to finish the build in his parents' kind of front yard. So we did not start with the ginormous caravan and the big truck that we have now. We started with that.
Yes.
And we also don't have the full romantic story on how we got into caravanning.
No, we don't, do we?
know if we
It's
want-
total opposite, actually.
Yeah. So do you want to tell that story?
No, you can say it. You do a better job than
Lose
me.
my voice. Okay, so basically he was an idiot. I didn't like him anymore. I thought he was a bit of a tool bag, and so we separated. We actually did. He moved out of the house, left me in the house, and instead of moving into his own house, he bought a caravan. As you do. So this was a long time ago. So this was back in the day before every single person had a caravan and had a name and went around, on Instagram. This didn't exist then. He goes, what do you think about buying a caravan? I'm like, I don't care what you do.
You were with me the very first night we went.
Yeah.
I moved away, so
he went
it
off,
wasn't a very good split up, was it?
No. He went and bought this little caravan and he rocked up out the front. I was like, what have you done? He was like, what was it? 19 foot.
Yeah, it was a little Jayco.
It was a little 19-foot second-hand Jayco pop top with canvas.
It was
at the
18
top.
foot, yes.
18 foot,
Yeah.
tiny little thing. It had the wall-mounted air conditioner. Used to spit ice at my back while I was cooking on the stove. We thought it was heaven. We thought it was so cool. So he moved into that. And then I went down the first night, as you do when you're separated,
Yeah.
Spent the first night in his new home. Spent the second night in his new home. First weekend came.
We were back together.
Yeah, we've got 4 kids between us.
Yeah.
The 3 little ones.
Yeah,
came
that's
down.
right.
Yeah, and the 3 kids are like, whoa, Dad's got a caravan. And we were at the Gold Coast Holiday Park, which is kind of like our home away from home up there. It's got, water slides and everything. The kids thought it was heaven. They didn't care Mum and Dad had split up. They got a caravan in a caravan park, and it was great. And then the holidays came around, and we decided, let's go caravanning. So we did, with 3 kids in a double bunk van. Yeah.
Works great.
Worked well.
Ayla didn't like it, the youngest.
the
She
youngest-
slept on the floor. Which
Yeah,
was,
slept on the floor. Then he converted the table into a bed, and she slept on that.
Yep.
And eventually we decided that's just not cool. We did a lot of travelling in that, and it was not like we do now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Little
like-
different.
It was a little different. So 3 kids in this little pop top. We did all around Cairns and up tropical North Queensland in summer. In summer, yeah.
It's easy if you want to get a good caravan park with no one's around, go to North Queensland in summer.
summer,
It's
yeah.
perfect.
We don't
Perfect.
mind the heat. It wasn't so bad. It was just sitting inside at night with all the bugs outside, and we all had to sit on the floor and eat because, the table was a bed, and the bed was on top of the hot water heater.
Yes.
So one of them, it was great anyway. So that was our introduction into caravanning. And I think we got back from that trip and decided we need a bigger van.
Caravan.
So we upgraded to our second Jayco. That was our first new caravan.
That was a big upgrade, that one.
And that went to a 22.6 full off-road, didn't even have an inverter. Looking back, I don't know how we survived. Now we're ambassadors for Enerdrive, so we're all about air fryers often. Back then we didn't even have a solar panel, I don't think.
We had an
on the
AMG
roof.
battery.
AMG battery.
AGM, AMG.
Whatever.
That's a Mercedes, isn't it?
Not a lithium battery. And we did that for a long time. We did the Outback in that. We took the kids to the Big Red Bash. And Chris is very, very much a handyman. So having a Jayco was okay because he reinforced everything. He had to fix all underneath it. We had to dust proof it, do all those sorts of things.
We made it Outback proof.
It took him a few months to prepare it, but we made it Outback proof. And when we came back from that trip, we decided that we absolutely loved what we were doing. Caravanning was 100% for us.
Yep.
My parents flew over from Tassie and came on a trip with us up north because I think we also need to explain we are divorced from our exes, so we only ever had kids half of the time. So one weekend we'd go us and the other weekend we'd bring the kids, so we had the best of both worlds. So on the holidays it was half kids and half not. So we went up with my parents to North Queensland and then they flew home and the kids flew up and came back down. And we were sitting under the awning of the caravan. I think it was Cairns Coconut up there in the song Destination Unknown came on and my dad's like, that'd be a great name. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's a stupid name. And my dad and I were like, we don't care, we like it. And so it was going to be Destination Unknown Australia. And we decided to change it to Aussie Destinations Unknown. And then we got to talking, I wonder if you could make a living out of travelling and caravanning and, sharing beautiful places and that sort of stuff.
Because you're so good at oversharing things.
I'm a bit of a chronic oversharer, yes. So that kind of happened, and then Chris had a signage company, Brandcraft. So he used to do,
It was retail signage, yeah.
Yeah, and he did used to wrap caravans and wrap cars and put graphics on stuff. So we decided we were going to be Aussie Destinations Unknown. That was going to be us.
I designed a beautiful logo and we slapped it on.
Got a
And
beautiful palm tree logo. We ripped all the Brandcraft signage off the caravan and the Hilux. We had a Hilux back then. And we changed it all to Aussie Destinations Unknown.
still had no idea where we were going with it.
Still didn't know what was happening. No. And we just started sharing our little adventures as a lot of people do for their family and friends. I grew up overseas. I grew up in Ecuador, South America. I'm a bit of a jungle bunny. So a lot of my friends and family are overseas. So we started a little Instagram page.
Yep.
We thought, okay, it was called, we've had multiple. I think it was M&M_Oz Adventures because I'm a Mason, he's a Mojon. We're like, we'll do that. The kids all came up with that name and then we decided it was too hard to remember. So we came up with Live It Up Camping Adventures. Please don't look it up on Instagram because I think it still exists. Anyway, so that was there. And then for some reason people liked our stuff. And they started...
It was all about me. They liked me.
Oh, yes, they liked Chris, mate.
It was all about me. Yeah.
Yeah, so they started, following along on our journeys, which was really, really cool. And then people started writing us thank you messages that we've helped inspire them to get out and start caravanning and start travelling. And we didn't really know what was going on. We just thought, oh, this is really cool. And it just kind of went ahead from there. So then we started working with people like Enerdrive to bring the battery systems in.
Well, when we got the first phone call from Enerdrive, which it was a real eye-opener. It was, we've got something here, something's working, we're attracting people and we're attracting brands, and it just evolved, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised that people really enjoy what we do because we just do what we do. We've always done what we've done. Apparently it's fun, which is cool.
Yeah.
Enerdrive reached out to us and said, the first question they asked us, and to this day we're still a bit, like, are your followers genuine? And we're like, we don't know what that means, but
yes.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And that was our very first partnership, and we've now been working with Enerdrive since 2016, I think.
We're working with probably the best brands in the industry. It's absolutely amazing.
We work with a lot of awesome people, which is really cool. And we understand what it's like doing it in a tent. And we understand what it's like doing it in, a pop top. We know what it's like doing it without an inverter. And now we do it in like a full off-grid caravan. So our titanium caravan now, we're about to build our third actually.
Yep.
That's how much we love them. So we're all about being off-grid. We like being off-grid, but we like being comfortable off-grid.
We're definitely not campers now, are we?
No. And people go, when are you going to get a swag? We're like, never. You're looking at the wrong people. Been there, done that. We've done 3 weeks on Morton Island in the camper trailer in the middle of summer. You know what I mean? You got a shower in the little shower tent out the back. We've done that. So now we've got so much solar, so much power. We run air fryers, microwaves, air conditioners in the middle of nowhere. So we're really comfortable, and we've come a long way from where we were. And there's nothing wrong with either end of the spectrum. It's what makes you happy with what you've got. But to be honest right now, this is what makes me happy. I like having all the fun stuff as well. So we just, we love the outback. You can see us there out near Chambers Pillar. If you haven't been
That's
to
Dalhousie. That's a beautiful spot out there.
Springs, those
Blood ruins. Those roads are probably the worst we've ever been on. That was absolutely
think the Gibb River
brutal.
Road is bad? Try that. Try that. So we've been, I wish there was
That was
sound.
a special moment, that one.
Yeah, I wish there was sound on that one. It was a beautiful romantic sunset, and he goes, let's get a silhouette, and he's kissing me, and he goes, and you hear
Just
it on
what
the
I
camera.
do.
So in my editing, I had all the beautiful music, and then I silenced the music, and all you hear is that he goes, oops, I farted. That's our world. You follow us on YouTube, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
We keep it real. We are who we are. We travel full time. We love the outback as much as we love the beach.
Yeah.
And we're all about getting to the unknown places, having a bit of fun. We are driving a Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. We're on our second one now.
Yep.
Absolutely love it. Best tow rig that we've
absolutely
ever had. And we've got Brad down here. These guys actually built our canopy.
They fitted the whole thing out. It's been amazing. Yep.
So it's been so good. So we're actually completely off-grid in our truck as well as in our caravan. So we've got water in our van. We've got solar panels on the roof. We've got a beautiful EnerDrive system. We've got a 12-in-1 air fryer microwave thing in the side, double induction cooking. We've got places to charge all of our batteries, drones and things.
And why do we have both, though?
Yeah, well, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
So we've actually left our caravan on the York Peninsula at the moment. It's over there, and we've come across here for the show, so we drove 10 hours. With no point towing the caravan. So we've left the van there, driven across, slept in the rooftop tent, done our cooking in the back of it. We pull over on the side of the road. We cook our food in the back of the truck. And we're here. It's on display. We'll do the same driving back.
It's a home away from home.
It is. It allows us to go to places you can't go with a 22'6" monster of a caravan. So we have a huge setup, and we love it. We absolutely do. And when we can't go to the places that we want to go to in the caravan, we leave it behind, and we just go in the truck, and we're as comfortable in the truck.
Yeah,
if there's some way you can build a toilet into the canopy, I'd be sold. Work on that one for the next
R&D, where's R&D?
Slide out, little toilet. But yeah.
What's that?
Gatorade
Perfect.
bottle
Solved.
and a shiwi. If you haven't got a shiwi, get a hold of one of those. They're great. So what I thought we might do, how long have we talked for? 15 minutes, long enough. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we do, anywhere that we've been? Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so the question was, what upgrades have we got going into our next caravan?
That's a secret.
Secret squirrel business.
We don't trust you guys.
So I guess that's something else that we should point out. We are ambassadors for Titanium Caravans. You guys are all here at a caravan show, and I'm guessing most of you, this isn't your first rodeo yet. How many of you have been to caravan shows before this one? Most of you. How many of you have seen the significant changes in the last 1, 2, 5, however many years in the caravanning industry?
It's huge, isn't it?
It is next level insane.
Everyone wants bigger, more off-grid, more off-road, so this is where it's definitely going.
Yeah.
Hence why the bigger tow vehicles are here as well.
I wouldn't say everyone. Some people
would like that.
Yes, and that's fine. But I guess what I'm getting at is that the caravan industry changes so quickly, and the way things move. We are ambassadors for Titanium Caravans, so we are a rolling show van.
Yep.
So when we are in Western Australia and someone wants to order a Titanium Caravan but they haven't seen one, hi! You know we're professionals. When we see a camera, we just stop until she's great, okay, thanks for that. Yeah, so we're a rolling show van. So if people want to come and look through our van, we need to know that they're looking through what they will get when they order one. So every 1.5 to 2 years, we upgrade our van.
We're here to push the limits, I guess.
Yeah, so we play around with things. We're the guinea pigs. We've got a lot of prototypes going on. So in our last van, we did the first bike garage. So we have a bike garage on the front of our van.
And that's a cracker.
And that's Chris's little pride and joy. He
Yep.
loves that. He loves his bike box and his worm farm. That's the compost toilet. This is the worm farm. He likes that. So we like to play around with things. So yeah, we've got a new van coming. So our van is 1.5 years old now.
Yep.
We sold that. It took us an hour. We sold it in an hour, like a couple of weeks ago. The new owners will pick that up when we swap into our new van. So the new van, we're just changing a few things. We love it so much that we're not changing much. I think... I don't like talking about this in front of him because we haven't exactly...
That wasn't to be quiet. That was just a...
We haven't entirely agreed on everything that's happening with the new van.
Same
yet.
size van, same layout.
So he said same size van. I'm saying it's going to be bigger.
Oh, yeah. Need a bigger truck now, mate.
We're just going to push it from a 22.6 to a 23. Reason being, I would like somewhere to put my vacuum cleaner. I'm one of the people that likes to have everything in a spot. So when we travel, everything has a spot to go. I don't like shoving things all over the place. So I would like a broom cupboard kind of thing to put the vacuum cleaner in so it doesn't sit on the bed. So we push it out just that little bit extra. We're going to delete the induction cooktop from the kitchen bench. So in this van, we have it built in. So I guess I should reverse. We have a gasless van. So we don't have gas anywhere. We have no gas bottles. We don't have a barbecue. We are 100% gasless. We have no gas anywhere. In the truck as well. Completely gasless. So we are diesel electric. So we have 1.45 kilowatts on the roof. I'll let you explain the power system.
We do. 1.45 kilowatt. We have 600 amps of battery. We are running a DC-to-DC charger. We're running a 2600 inverter. And that's about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy
So
system.
that's our battery system.
Yep.
And I don't know where I was going with that.
Neither do I.
The new one's going to be different. Induction. So we don't have a stove. We deleted the stove because we don't have gas. We don't want a gas oven. And I cook.
And to replace that, yeah.
Yeah, I cook in an air fryer in a Thermomix. I have a thermal cooker, which is like the slow cooker you don't need power for. So I have one of those. In the next van, we're deleting the built-in induction cooktop from the bench top because I actually didn't want it in this van. It just happened to be that way. So we're going to delete that and just get one of those plug-in ones.
Just a little portable one? Yeah.
Yeah, portable one. So then we can put it wherever we want inside when we're not using it. It goes under the bench. We've got all the usable bench space. We can also take it outside.
Yep.
So whether or not we delete the slide-out kitchen, because currently we have 3 double induction cooktops. We have one inside the van that's built into the bench, one in the slide-out kitchen outside, and one in the truck. We don't need 3. So we delete the one inside, we get the bench space. We also get the induction we can take outside, which means if we don't put it in the slide-out, we can put something else in there. It's also weight-saving. So even though we have an American truck, we have a huge van, we're still pushing our limits with weights. Yep. So you have to be careful. Yep. People say, why didn't you put a boat on the truck?
Weight limits.
We can't. We'll be overweight.
We would have been overweight, yep.
Yeah. So slight changes in the van, slight change with the way the layout's going to be in that we
Chassis is a huge thing as well.
Yeah, we're going a truss chassis as well,
Yep.
so that's lighter, gives us a little bit more space inside. We're going to delete the club lounge. Instead of having a club, we can pull back to an L shape because where they put the battery systems now, or the power system, behind the fridge, which gives us more space. So as I'm saying, as the industry moves ahead, things change, and what we do with our van changes according to that as well.
Yep.
So we're also going to delete a middle hatch. We've got an electric hatch in the middle. We're going to delete that because we're going to try and get 10 solar panels on the roof.
Yep.
He wanted to try for 2 kilowatt of
I'm
solar.
trying for 2 kilowatt. We're not going to get there.
I think we're going to be just a little bit short. But again, the Caravan design's changing, so there's a bit of a wing or something going on the back, which allows us to put some more
The
solar
key to an
panels.
amazing battery system is not necessarily the amp hours that are in there. It's about being able to replenish it. And having up to 2 kilowatts is just amazing for replenishing those batteries, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got 500 litres of water on board our Caravan. Our next one will probably have a little bit more.
Ooh. Okay.
See, we haven't...
Definitely a bigger truck then.
We haven't agreed on everything yet. And how many
What?
litres have we got in the truck? Is it 120, 150?
120.
120. So we've got 120 litres of water in the truck as well. So the truck is not just a tow rig. It also, if on a cloudy week, we run our batteries low, which doesn't happen much because we pull in a lot of solar, we can plug the truck in and it's like a silent generator. So we don't travel with a generator. We can just plug the truck in. We actually haven't had to do it in this van.
Yep.
Our previous titanium, we did plug it in a couple of times in Tasmania, of all places.
Yep. Rough numbers on a cloudy day with the van, we're still pulling in about 20 to 30 amps, which is still amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing system.
Yeah,
Yep.
completely it's fine not having gas. We
Yeah.
don't need it, and we don't need a generator.
No.
And we've also got the 120 litres of water in the truck. So if we go somewhere which is kind of remote and you don't want to pack your van up, you're running out of water, he just does a run in the truck, fills the truck up, comes back and tops the van up. So,
And then I have everyone in the campsites putting their hand up. Can you fill our vans up too? So it's like the water
funny
truck.
story, we got
Yes.
locked down in Coober Pedy. We've been locked down all over Australia. We got locked down for 7 days in Coober Pedy in the Big Four Caravan Park.
Yep.
And Coober Pedy, I don't know if you've been there or not, but you have to put your money in the slot and you get your water. There's no free water there. Yeah. So he was fine. He would just go, this is an old caravan, so we only had...
380 odd litres or something
I don't know. It was a
Yeah.
lot less than this one.
Yeah.
A lot more than most people, but still a lot less than this one. So he was just going there and filling it up. And we saw all these poor old people walking to the tap with their buckets and they're trying to fill their vans up. And he's like, I got a water truck.
If you want to go off grid, the key is as much power as you can and as much water as you guys can. It's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it depends on how you like it. We have people messages saying, oh, we travel with swags in our boot. We've got a tarp in case it rains. That's great. If you want to do that, that's fine. We just prefer to be a little bit on the other end of the scale. Now that we're pushing a certain age, I'm not allowed to say. We've
What's
grown
that?
up.
Grown up,
We're grown
yes.
up and
I was
someone-
always grown up, mate. Always grown up.
Someone has a history of extreme sports. So you're talking motocross, stand-up jet skiing, jumping off stuff you shouldn't jump off, landing on things you shouldn't land on. And
But I'm perfectly fine.
when you're pushing the age I'm not allowed to say, all the things start to feel like you did all the things you weren't supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting to that point now
Got a
where...
luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughing it for us is when we're just in the truck and we have to climb up a ladder into the rooftop. Anyway, so that's us. That's who we
Any
are
more
and
questions?
where we're from. Yeah. Any other questions?
No questions? No, that's the most common question. Do we have a favourite place? No.
I think the
No.
answer to that is, do we have a favourite moment? Because I think every place is different according to who you're with. And
The weather?
yeah.
Oh, not those moments. No, we'll keep them ones quiet.
Yeah, and the weather. Yeah, it's old now. No time for that anymore. Yeah, so my personal favourite is from way back when. I think we had the Pop-Top Jaco. Our kids were little, and his uncle took us out on his boat to the Great Barrier Reef. And it was an experience.
Little sand caves that people just generally don't go to.
Is that location my favourite? No. Is that my favourite experience? Yes. So we spent our day out there. It was great. We were snorkeling. The reef was there. It was little like sand caves where there was no one else. It was just magic. The weather was beautiful. The big fish. He was jumping off things you're not
Diving
supposed to jump off.
into the water
With the
over
big-
huge black trevally. It was just amazing.
It was that was incredible.
Yeah.
That's my favourite memory. But location.
We don't generally have a favourite place.
Like,
Every different place
straight-
had different things to offer, and it's beautiful.
Straight up,
yeah.
you have to choose if you have a favourite place. Do you prefer the outback or do you prefer the beach? We can't answer that.
No,
Because
we
if
can't.
you haven't been to the outback, we don't think that you've travelled. Beaches are great, but once you get to the outback, that's a whole different story.
Oh, you guys are about to go through the centre too, aren't you?
4 boys.
4 boys.
straight up the
Beautiful. You're
middle.
going to have a blast.
There's a real soft spot in our hearts for the outback.
Absolutely.
We absolutely love the red dirt. We
And
love
Derby.
The blue sky. Oh, Derby.
Derby in Tasmania.
Anywhere there's a mountain biking trail is also very close to our hearts. Yeah, so favourite location's really hard.
Yep.
We just went through the outback of New South Wales like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we did Mundy, we did Silverton. Yeah, absolutely incredible. So that episode, because we've got a YouTube channel, Aussie Destinations Unknown, and I think the last one that went up, we just went to Broken Hill, and in this current one that's going up tomorrow, we go from Broken Hill to Oralty.
On the York Peninsula.
On the York
Yep.
Peninsula. Yeah, so we like to share our travels with people, and we hear from so many of you that a lot of you have planned your trips from what you've seen us do, which is really cool. It's really inspiring because I tell you, we don't do YouTube for the money.
Yeah.
It's definitely a passion project. We love what we do. We love sharing our adventures and our experiences.
Absolutely.
And encouraging people to get out there and enjoy it no matter what setup you've got.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you should talk now because I'm surprised my voice is...
Oh, I'll just
still-
answer some questions, I think.
got 5
Yeah, we got
minutes.
5 minutes. Any other questions? No. If we really look after it, we could probably do maybe up to 3 weeks. If Miriam's having a shower, 2
Hang on.
days.
He showers more than me. And
I shower in the morning, yeah.
His showers are longer than mine.
Having that much water, we don't really have to worry about it too much. It's amazing.
That was a
having
question
much
yesterday.
water.
So how long are your showers? I'm like, same as at home.
Yeah, same as at home,
I wash
absolutely.
my hair 3-4 times a week. I do 2 loads of washing every day. So we've got it to 3.5. 3 or 3.5 kilo wall-mounted washing machine.
Yep.
It's a lot smaller than the top loaders that we had before, but it uses less than 10 litres of water on a quick wash. And I can get a day's worth of our clothes. That's my gym clothes because I work out every morning. My gym clothes, my day clothes, and his day clothes. And I sleep in underwear, so I wash that. He doesn't, so I don't have to worry about that.
You just have
Too
to wash
much information. But I get that full load done and hung out every day. And if things are a little bit dirtier, a full wash uses less than 20 litres.
Yep.
So...
If we watch it, we can last a long time. It's amazing.
Yeah, we could easily go 3 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we were careful.
Yeah. It's rare you're going to have occasions where you need to save your water for that long, no. You know.
We haven't come across any location yet where we've actually...
Max has probably been a week or so, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're doing Western Australia now. We're heading from here straight back to pick our caravan up on the Yorke Peninsula, heading over to WA. So we're going to be doing the north of WA because we won't have time to do the south. Those of you that have done WA know you can't do it all in 12 months. The weather's not ideal.
And it's sad, we've got a lot of bushfires down Esperance Way at the moment, which is a little sad.
So we are technically meant to be in WA now, but we came back for this. But so it's on fire down the bottom and there's flood damage up the top. So we're not quite sure how it's going to pan out, but we're going to give it a good crack. We're going to share our adventures on YouTube, so follow along on the journey. If you have any questions, hit us up. We're on socials. We're on all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. We've got a website as well. And we've made it a bit of a, not a mission, but a kind of a mission of ours, is that every time someone asks us a question or comments, we like to reply.
Yep.
So it does take us a few hours every day to get back to everyone.
We try our hardest, so please, if we don't get back to you, we'll get there.
Yeah, just ask us again.
We're trying.
Sometimes he'll be like, hey, there's a notification that's popped up and someone's asked a question. I'm like, what platform? He goes, I don't know, the notification's gone. And I'm like, oh. Then you got to sift through all the platforms, all the posts, all the inboxes. But we do like to reply to people. So if you have any questions about anything at all, whether it be the truck, the canopy, the caravan, locations, what it's like using a compost toilet, they're the best. We're happy to have a chat with you. We've got our truck, the one that, the new one that's in half of that video, it's actually up at the titanium stand now, which is Site 300. So happy to have a chat with you. We've got...
Brad will answer all your questions about the canopy. He's the expert here.
So he's actually opening the canopy and showing people the battery system and the drawer system and everything that's in it. So you can pop up and have a chat with us.
Are we done? Are you cutting us off?
Look, it's done. Look,
yeah, wind her up. Oh, it's done. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
We want to thank everyone that supports us, the brands behind us, everyone. It's amazing. I get a few goosebumps every now and then from the support that we have. It's absolutely sensational. Thank you so much, everyone.
We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for coming down and listening to us waffle on about nothing.
Before we go on holiday,
we like to go on holiday to the Victorian Caravan Camping and Touring Supershow for the latest and greatest of everything.
let's get going.
Melbourne Showgrounds, February 22 to 26. Tickets online, proudly partnered by Truma.